Hey, y'all lucky we got visitors, bro. You hear me? Run it up, crew.
Bro, y'all dudes play all day.
Hey, y'all lucky we got company in here, bro. About to go down.
Oh man.
So much go on, man. All right, I got you. I got all y'all. Hold up. You made it home yet, Mo?
Nah, bro, I'm still here. Oh,
That weather gotta be fine.
it actually is not hot out here, though. I feel real good right now. This was a perfect month to
Yeah, they got
come.
that drive.
Now, yeah, that June, July shit, they would never see me out here. Ever.
He said, "Not me." What that was, Mike?
Yo, what's up, man? Good morning, everybody. How y'all feeling today, man?
He said, we're here against our will, you heard me?
Yeah, bro.
What that was you had sent me, Mike?
Uh,
They gonna let you share now?
that was a host request. All right, here we go. Let's get into it. All right, y'all. Y'all see the chart? Everybody see the chart?
Yeah.
All right. So this is SPY. This is SPY monthly chart. Uh, um, the low of this candle is what? 481.
My bad, y'all. I said 480.
So
480.
no, SPY hit 48. Did SPY hit 480, dog?
481, bro.
I thought maybe I'm tripping.
I was a little bit off. I got some tweaking to do on my chart. No, tweak.
Yeah, so um let's go down to this smaller time frame and see if we got a trade brewing. All right. So we hit the full, we swept the liquidity. We got this volume imbalance right here on the weekly. See this volume imbalance between these two candles? That's probably where price is probably gonna try to head to, close above, try to clean that up a little bit. I honestly do believe that um I'm not gonna say that I'm not gonna say that the market is bullish right now, but the market kind of like trying to turn around, being that we did sweep a lot of liquidity, that we reversed, and we got the news that the tariffs paused for 90 days. So that really boosted the market. But it's crazy how that news came after the numbers we call test on SPY, and on the triple Qs. I think the number on the triple Qs was 424, 422 or something like that, 423. And now we head to the upside. So now I'll be looking for some continuation to the upside. From a weekly perspective, I don't have a trade set up per se right now on SPY. But that don't stop y'all from trading. Ain't that right, Mark?
yes, sir. Skip.
All righty. So I think once we clean these volume imbalances up, or these gaps, these volume imbalances up, and we close above them, I think SPY probably gonna continue trading to the upside. And this is
Don't. If we clean it up and sell off, what you got?
if we nah, that's the other scenario, but we're gonna talk about that too. Hold up. So look, this is the monthly. Now you would need now this triple Qs, but it's all the same. So you would need from a monthly perspective for this to remain a gap, right? So let's just say we cleaned all this stuff up like we did, and we reverse and trade back into this gap. So let's just say April closes with this gap right here. So this gap should act as a form of what? Resistance, right? Trade back to the downside. But we got a lot of time left in April. So what could really be crazy is we leave a long wick at the bottom of this monthly candle, and this candle turn over and turns green and starts trading higher. Then if it does that, then I'm not trusting it to sell. Like I'll be more so on the side of consolidation than moving higher. Right. So we have what, two more weeks of trading left in April, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, if this remains a gap, if this remains a gap to close the month, then you be all right. Well, I'd be looking to get short somewhere in here, 486, or even half the gap, maybe 490 or something like that, to sell it back down to these lows. Now, just keeping it a buck. Just keeping it a buck. I don't really see us coming back down here to these lows again, but we could, bro, depending on, like, we've seen how volatile the market is concerning Donald Trump and the tweets and the press conferences and all that, and how that affects the market. So he might say some outlandish stuff and the market just start dumping. So you always got to be prepared for that when Trump is in the office. This is my second go around with him, so I kind of got a good feel of when to get in and when to get out. I also got to keep my TV on CNBC or something like that when I'm trading now, because when Joe Biden was in office, it was kind of quiet, kind of status quo kind of trading. He never really tweeted nothing, but had no press conferences where he was talking about tariffs and all that, and had the market start selling off. But with that being said, we'll need this to remain a gap on a monthly, and this is also on SPY. So let me go to SPY so we can get the numbers. Yeah.
I'm loading up my Thinkorswim too. We'll put a Fibby on that joint.
That's your gap. This remains a gap on SPY. You'll be looking to trade into that gap and sell it. Okay. So let's get to the meat and potatoes, man. What's the stocks we trade in the video?
572 is the bottom of that green wick. Before you move on, I'm sorry.
You good, bro?
My
Right
screen
here?
was froze. I couldn't unmute my shit.
What
No,
green?
on your gap. Yeah,
the low.
I don't know if my phone froze or if you stopped in the middle of the gap. Was the middle of the gap?
This right. You talking about this green candle right here?
Yeah. What's the
The
bottom
bottom
of
of
the
that
wick?
wick is 582.
Okay. All right.
582.44.
Thank you.
You got it. All right. So this is NVIDIA's monthly. I think 90 was, I think we called 90 was the low. We hit 90. Now we at 110. I think so. So with this, with NVIDIA from a monthly perspective, I think we're gonna get some consolidation, man. We're gonna get some consolidation.
My thing was this, bro. The more the more wicks they leave, the better chance you have of going down there, correct? Like if you call it low hanging fruit, if this ends as a wick, when we want to put candles next to it,
Yeah.
by
Well,
law,
that's it.
so
Yeah, you're right. But
especially that 480. I mean, it could do whatever it wants, but will we get an actual where this joint gonna consolidate at? Because it keep on running. Then they had to come down here. This Nvidia, but I was
you
looking
talking
at the
about SPY.
fire too. Like, what y'all doing? Y'all still moving stupid right now.
So that's
We
why I'm
want to go
saying.
high and have another 20% pullback. That's the question. Or we just done?
So I think in my opinion is I think that most of the selling is already done.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, because my price targets have been hit for the lows on most stocks that we looked at, even the S&P and the Nasdaq futures. All those lows have been hit, and it looks like the market is trying to reverse now. But see, even if so just looking at NVIDIA, right? So if you say, well, you know, you might say this is a level on NVIDIA, right?
Yeah.
So this is an order block. This green candle is an order block.
Mm-hmm.
So we touched it last week. So we could consolidate because I'm not sure we want to sell or we just want to trade in this range before we
Put
hit
some.
high. You see what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So you might get a good bit of consolidation. Or it might decide to be like, all right, boom, we head into the upside. We're gonna take out these highs and create a new high. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, the technicals are saying, okay, we respected this order block. Let's go down to the weekly to see if we get a better picture of what's going on. Oh yeah. So
Bullish
so
engulfing candle.
yeah. So here's the thing. So you have this volume imbalance right here. See that?
Mm-hmm.
Closed above it. So now this should act as a form of support. So the video could really creep higher up into this area, 127, 128, up in this area.
You got a gap right there
You
too.
got a gap right here. So
Uh,
depending on how NVIDIA treats this gap, it's going to pretty much let you know what it's trying to do. So if we trade straight through that gap and close above it from a weekly
like you got
perspective,
a head and shoulder. Good.
man, what are you talking about, bro? This
My bad.
dude, bro.
Look like
This
you got
dude,
a
bro.
rising stars coming in there, man.
So this, yeah, all right, bro. So closing above this order, this volume balance. So this volume balance should be used as some form of support going into the next week by this being a weekly chart. So we could creep up to this area with this fair value gap right here. Depending on how we treat that gap, if we trade straight through to close above it, and the video wants these highs. If we kind of trade to it and then start selling again, then it's probably gonna be some consolidation, some playing back and forth to the next leg higher or lower. So
When the earnings is, man.
I'm gonna have to check. I know you just got good news across the chip sector with Trump. He not doing the taxes on chips.
Computers, phone. He said computers, phones, and chips.
Yeah, so Monday could be an interesting day for all your chip stocks, bro. Which is funny. Bullish engulfing candle, things looking a little bullish. Here comes some more news, huh? To support the chart.
yeah,
Yeah, yes, they got. That's a good reversal candle right there. Spy on the weekly. They still in the downtrend until we get above whatever the high was this week. Well, it was 533 or something like that. Something to see. But yeah, if The NQ go off. Fire gonna kill something.
Got these two, cleaned them up, use them as support. Boom. Using as support. The wick,
Let's go, Nvidia. Fuck. Go with the
we
move.
did a little damage. We closed above it. Boom. Next candle open up. Yeah, and the video might be creeping up, dog. The video might be creeping up, man. Let's hold up. Y'all already in the video though, right? So it's not like y'all looking for a new position, right?
Correct.
All right, cool. Just looking at AMD. Boy, man. See, bro, AMD, see, that's the thing. AMD closed below this gap, and then I used it as resistance. I don't see, man. AMD was not supposed to close beneath this gap, but the market was selling. And then what's so crazy about it, bro? Like, market was selling off, and when the market did all that selling, like AMD really didn't sell off much.
Sorry, now.
Really didn't sell off much, but it did sell off. It took out this low, boom, reverse. We're gonna see, man, because the AMD is also a chip stock. I really don't follow it too much, but because I believe that NVIDIA is probably the top dog in the chip space anyway. So just charting and looking at NVIDIA is probably gonna tell you everything you need to know about the rest of the chip stocks. And all of them looked at kind of like the same.
Their earnings this week. Go take out that gap. That's a play that they probably gonna shoot straight up there. You know, at open. What the top of that gap is, Mike?
Right here.
Yeah,
811.
811.
Mm-hmm. So now this is another chip stock. I'm just looking at chip stock. What's another one?
Broadcom. AVGO.
EVGO.
AV.
I remember this one. They must have did a stock split.
That one respected the gap.
All of them look the same. So see, so this one, you have a balanced price range. So like you have a gap like this, and then it comes right back and closes beneath that gap. Now this is a balanced price range. Meaning we went up, we came down, now we back where we started. So it could go off though. Like it could kind of want to test this gap up here. But if the chip stocks might go off, bro, I don't know, man. Hey, like, I think we in a trading climate right now. Well, you have to be aware of the technicals on the chart as well as the news too, because there's so many different things coming out in the news now, especially like I said earlier, with Trump being in office, it's just a lot to sort of just rely on the charts. No, even though personally I always rely on the charts because that's just how I trade. But with Trump in office, you gotta have your ear to the news a little bit just to make sure that you're on the right side of the market, especially if you're trading that day or you have a position that you're looking at or a position that you're in. You just have to be abreast to the news and how the news might affect your trade. But let's look at Tesla. So yeah, 217, right? Tesla don't look good. I ain't gonna hold you. Tesla does not look good, bro. This is a monthly chart though, so this candle could turn over and start trading higher, to be honest. But Tesla don't look good. Tesla does not look good. Tesla might be coming down to 140. Let's go to the weekly, man. The monthly. Yeah, let's see. Hmm.
Fighting for my life, man.
So, so, so Tesla, we got this weekly gap right here on Tesla. Candle 1, candle 2, candle 3, right? We can't close above it. We tried once, twice, 3 times. Can't close above it. Cannot close it. We close in it, we can't close above it. That's a sign of weakness.
I'm still in the downtrend too.
It's a sign of weakness, bro. So Tesla might be coming to 140, bro. Tesla might be coming to 140.
And your volume ain't rolled over yet. Neither.
Tesla might be coming to 140. Unless not. And what's so crazy is Tesla, like when the market open up tomorrow or tonight, Tesla gonna open up at 350.
Makes sense.
Make a lot of sense.
That's right.
And so, but just from a technical standpoint, we have this gap right here. It's filled, but we can't close above it to use it as a stepping stone to the upside. And then on the left side of the chart, you also had this gap too that we closed beneath, and we haven't closed above that either. So keep that in mind, right? So this gap was inverted. This gap right here was inverted right here. So the bottom of this gap is still being used as resistance. Check me out. Check me out. 272 still being used as resistance.
So basically, as of right now, you could sell 275 down there every time.
If we trade back up to
275. Whoever thought of that number? Go ahead, y'all.
Now I'm gonna be real with you. If we trade back to 275 again, so this is a weekly chart. So if we get a weekly closure above that number, then I wouldn't be trying to sell it. See what I'm saying?
Okay.
But like right now, it's giving us a hard time, right?
Close.
It's giving us a hard time. We close beneath it. We can't close above it. Now we wick past it, but we can't close above it. And this is from a weekly perspective. So, you know, it might be safe to, buy you some 215, some 215s or something like that, some 200 puts, buy you a couple of them and leave them running to 140 if you want. But depending on the climate of the market, bro, if the NASDAQ is bullish this week, then it's highly likely that Tesla gonna be bullish as well. Even though right now I believe that the chart is telling us a different story. But like I said, Tesla could open up at 280 tomorrow. And you know what I'm saying? And it's like, at that point, what do? You know what I'm saying? So you just have to be patient and wait for your opportunity to present itself. Now, granted that we traded into this gap 3 times and couldn't close above it, and also we using this inverted gap as resistance, is, to me, the technicals say weakness, but the news might say something else. You see what I'm saying? So you just have to be mindful of what's going on in the news. And I honestly, this is like a put
What's that other gap, Mike?
up here.
The one lower that it just inverted. Go
Right.
to your left, down, right there.
They're talking.
We never inverted that gap,
And my
bro.
friend Mike.
I'm saying to the upside we back
Look at
out
this
of it.
one?
charts.
Yeah,
Wow.
the green one.
So what is those things?
That's
This
a
one?
chart. That's candles.
Candles.
That's trading, investing.
And it was that purple line.
The purple line, that's
Yeah.
the gap.
A gap.
Mm-hmm.
And what's this green thing that's good?
Was giving us a lesson right quick.
Look,
But
see this one?
you talking about this gap down here?
Yes.
We never inverted that gap, bro.
To the upside, Mike. Like
This
we
gap
closed
right
in
here.
it. Yeah. Draw that gap out and go across. And you see how we closed in there? Now we back out of there.
We never inverted it though. We never closed. We never closed
No,
beneath it.
I'm saying we filled it and we got back outside of it. So we
Yeah,
closed
yeah,
the
yeah,
side.
yeah.
We been filled it, and then it
Mm-hmm.
got caught up in there, and then it closed right back out. So
Playing
I'm
ping
wondering
pong.
if our new low for Tesla is the top of that. Or you
Yeah.
just think it's uh we could ignore that.
No, it's just so basic. So this this gap is the gap that took us to liquidity, right?
Okay.
And then we reverse, we close beneath it. So this gap to me holds more weight than this gap, but this gap we haven't closed above this gap, and then we filled this gap and couldn't close beneath it, and we
Hmm.
couldn't close above this one. You see what I'm saying? So we in limbo.
So you still got that as one of your low. What's the bottom of it? Where it took off from? That was the 217. Okay.
217, yeah. That was a price target that we were trying to get to. That was last
So
week.
yeah. And go back to the monthly right quick. Okay. So what's the top of that monthly gap?
Which one? Up
That
here?
was me coming down. Yeah.
The top of this
Yeah,
gap is
yeah, 380,
373.
373.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all write that number down, 373. Because we're gonna after this month, we either gonna close in that gap or we probably gonna be fighting to get it's gonna be the third month. Next month will be the third month to try to get that field. So y'all catching prices this low, ball, get on your job, give us those premiums and stuff for the 373.
373. Really, man, you get you some 350s, man. Call it a day.
Yeah.
See, excuse me, fellas, right quick. I remember one of y'all was talking about like the third time it usually fill the gap, like when it been bouncing off it. Can y'all explain that one more time? I forgot who that was who said that.
Okay, so you know how the gap is created, right? You pretty good on noticing that.
Yeah, I could see all the gaps now.
All right, so um the third candle becomes your first try. So that's one. We're in the second month now, which is right here. Two.
Right.
The third one, it usually fills, but if it don't, then we'll end up selling off from there.
Okay.
And then that could be our trigger to go to the 140 that Mike's talking about. So
Okay, I get where you at.
to me, by the price being so low right now, this might be the best time to get that 380. If it's like a lotto. It's like you
Yeah, I remember you said that usually be your lottos when
yeah, yeah,
because
yeah.
that third time it usually fill that gap, but you use that as kind of like a lotto. And you saying
Right.
it should be a cheap premium right now. You jump in.
Yeah, we had the lows. Now, like he said, with the news, we don't know what Tesla at. But if you're ahead of the game and you're still down in this area, you're
Yeah.
still under the 275, I wouldn't put all my marbles in there, but I mean, if the price right, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If the price right, it's something to look at. We usually go to mall for good pricing on contracts.
It kind of contradicts the way I trade, but yeah, I see what you're saying. The third candle. If it don't feel, it ain't gonna feel. But yeah. Yeah.
How many more weeks we have in this month? We have 2 weeks or 3 more weeks.
I believe two.
The 20th is Sunday. 28th is next Sunday. All right.
We got 2.5 more weeks.
Yeah, 2.5. All right.
Yo,
So say when?
You can hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, what'd you say, brother?
So so I'm looking at this, I'm looking at this different from how you looking at it. So remember, like, this was the high, we swept the high, we reversed,
Uh-huh.
created a gap.
Uh-huh.
Market trade back into that gap. I'm selling this gap. I'm selling this gap. I'm not, see what I'm saying? Like, I'll be selling this to 140.
You selling the fill or you selling the touch?
I'm selling, I'm about to tell
So
you, right?
we both selling the fill. We're both selling the fill. You know that.
50%, 50% of this gap is
Mhm.
320. I'll be looking to get short right there.
Right.
That's just how I trade. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah. And I'm that 320 he's talking about, I'm selling it.
340, my bad. It's 340. My bad.
The number that he had, I'm selling it
God damn.
if we don't fill that in the third month. Y'all caught that?
Yeah. So you
Selling
so you
selling
you could take your
340.
lotto.
We
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
selling
Go ahead.
340 if we don't clean up by May.
the third month. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
And
then
then
he
you could,
got you if you getting into your 350. If the price is right, y'all know how
right,
Tesla is. So trying to get like a month out joint, that bitch might still be high.
right.
You probably could wait till it go above 270. You get what we're putting now? But we know once that 275 closed, don't think about it. $100 out the money. You get what I'm saying? If we could get that weekly closure, like we both agree on that, right, Mike?
yes, sir.
275 on the weekly closure,
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
going higher. So now you're looking at a 275 closure on the weekly, 350 to 375 contracts. Now
Okay.
is do I want to pay that much for what we want to do? The end of what would that month be that we talking about?
May.
Next month to be May. With
So
April. That'll be yeah. We
June
need the May
1st.
candle. The end of that May June. So like June 1st and whatever that last contract is for May. But that'll be your next target. So we kind of I don't want to call it early. It could be early. You might get a better price if Tesla want to take its time, but with the news, it might be above two. It might not even give us. It might already be at 275 in the morning. Why are you stuck like that? You know what I'm saying? And then now we just waiting on that weekly close.
Yeah, I mean the way the market been, we could swing this shit up and down all week.
Yeah.
Friday really determine what would be the decision.
And
And just a little FYI, that Nvidia earnings date is May 28th after market.
you got a little time. All right. Well, yeah, just put that number. Now that we didn't, so basically to sum it all up, now that we didn't hit the lows, the 217s and everything, if it's a temporary fix, it could be going to three 380, 373. And I will be looking to get short from there. Mike looking to get short from 340. It'll do like we told y'all, we both will be right. You get what I'm saying?
So, but first you saying y'all looking for a weekly closure above 275.
That's what's been holding it down. So go back to your weekly, Mike. That's the number keep pinging on 275.
let's call it this right here. Let's just say 272 to keep it a beam.
272. That would
That's
keep pinging on. So
yeah.
you're looking for a closure back up there. That'll also bring out a reversal candle. If we could get to like 280, right? So right now Tesla's still in the downtrend. Even though you see those green candles, you're getting uh lower highs and lower lows, even though that candle green. So that'll be a reversal candle, and we could get up there and close at 280.
Mm-hmm. That 340 look good to me.
340 look real good. You hear me?
It look great. 340 to 140. Oh man.
200. Damn. And you're in a 200 put, waiting for it to go to 140.
Mm-mm-mm.
They ain't catch that.
Yeah.
I
What's up?
like it. I think we'll get enough.
I like it.
I think we gonna get another shot at this next week.
Pick it up.
Next Zoom, next Sunday.
Keep it on the bound.
I don't see all this happening in 1 week. That's gonna be nasty.
So, just to play devil's advocate, so next week, if we still don't get a closure above 270, let's call it 273. If we don't get a closure above that, then those 140s are in play, to be honest with you. At least the 180s are in play because we're struggling to get above this. We're struggling. We tried once, twice, thrice, 3 times. So that's a sign of weakness. Now, unless unless like we said earlier, unless we open up this week, trading stronger and higher, then I believe that we could kind of like
Got some seals.
kind of like have trouble right here. But like I said, if we get that closure, then the trade that we talking about is definitely in play to the upside. To the upside.
And all this is predicated on the weekly, right?
Yes, sir.
We watching this on the weekly, correct?
Yes, sir.
No, I said we'll have another. We see what happened. 275. You hear me? we can see what happened next week. Just put it on your radar. Kind of start tracking that contract. Everybody, when we open, go look and see what them 380s at, 375, 340s.
Look
Kind
at
of
the
grab your
fleas
head
on Fluffy.
and then come on, next week we'll see what it do. But we can wait on that confirmation instead of jumping into it.
Right.
Yeah. So just put those numbers on y'all radars now for the high side. We already had the 140 low. I think the high would be the 340 to 370. Palantir.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Look at my hair.
Damn, boy, you cold. You cold-blooded. All right.
Good to go. All right, thanks.
See this side over here.
Anybody in Palantir?
You want to tell them about it when you get there? What? You have balls in there?
No.
All right, man. Appreciate y'all.
Shut up. Nobody in Palantir?
No. I had
No.
a little wishful thing and I told you to cut out to that butterfly bud.
All right.
No, not me.
All right. So this the weekly. Got your volume and balance right here. Closed above it. Should act as a form of support. I think I'm starting to sound like a broken record on most of these stocks. So the price target is either here or 105. So we should be heading to the upside. Now, we get a closure. Yeah. Closure above this candle. If we get a closure above this down closed candle right here, that should act as a form of support. And we should be able to trade through this volume imbalance. and see what's up with this gap. See what's up with this gap. So, and this gap might take us down, but we'll see. This gap might take us to this gap. But as of now, everything looks bullish, bro. It looks like we trying to clean up some stuff to the upside if we do decide to continue selling. So the narrative is pretty much the same, especially on Tesla, and on Palantir, Nvidia too. All of it looks the same. So
Can you revisit SPY before you go on to futures after we done going over all the stocks everybody want to check out? I'm just trying to see if a little 365, 375 call for next week is good.
A put for SPY?
I said a call.
A call for 375.
I mean, not 375, bro. 565. Pardon me, bro.
I got
So you kind of in no man's land right now, SPY, to be honest with you.
Okay.
I will have to go down to a lower time. Let's go to the daily, bro, and see what we got. All right. So you got your bullish candle right here, close. You got your order block. This order block is being used as support at 522. So yeah, I mean you could see some 555s come out pretty soon.
This week?
Either this week or next week.
it might already be there.
What's up, boy?
With him dropping that shit off, that shit probably already gonna be there, bro.
Might be where I won't sell there. Around
So,
550. Don't wait for the whole. It may not get to 565. Not in 1 week. Not this week. Let me say that.
I won't say that because they pushing this news. They pushing this news perspective. So there might, how news gives the market extra juice. So I won't say it won't happen this week, but just to cover yourself, you know what I'm saying, is just be mindful of how much time that you're buying your contract. That's all. Even if it happened this week, you good. Like, all right, I made my money, I'm out the way. I just bought myself a little extra time. See what I'm saying? But I'm sure you're saying that based on price, like the price of the contract.
Yeah. I already bought it. I bought it last week for this week. It was just so cheap. It was a extreme lotto.
Okay.
I'm going on mute.
Ball with the extreme lottos, man. But yeah, bro. So
shout out to Marley Marv, man.
Everything looked so. In my opinion, bro, everything looks pretty much the same. Except like the indexes do look a little different because they hold a little bit more weight than like one stock does that's inside of that index. But the rules are the rules, man. We said 480, we got 481. Boom. So we said the market was gonna take off. So this happened all in 1 week, bro. Went from 480 to 448 in a week. So we should get some continuation going into this week. We should get some type of continuation to clean some of this stuff up. 555, you know what I'm saying? So some of these numbers should come out. I don't think we have I don't think we have no major red folder news this week. Yeah, we don't have much news this week, so the market should trade decently. But we also have to keep in mind that, who running things, with Trump in office. But I'm assuming we're gonna get some continuation to the upside. So I think that Tesla trade that we spoke about, I think everybody should, put that on their radar. Now, everybody, the 273, we get their weekly closure above or below that, then we know what we kind of like doing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm assuming that we're gonna get that closure above 273, and then now you could, look for those 340s, 350s, 375s,
No,
whatever contract that you're looking for to go that way. Then short
hey,
it,
hey,
huh?
my,
What's up?
all right. Go ahead. I want to show you my chart when you get done. I don't know why I feel like this bitch coming out of the 480.
What you looking at?
I'm looking at SPY
You feel like it's going down what?
to 480.
Oh, huh? Why you writing on yourself? You don't know? How old are you? Oh, okay. You got your New Balance on, huh? Boy, I see it, boy. I see it, boy. All right. You said 480?
Yeah,
What time frame you on?
I'm on the weekly. I mean on the monthly. I'm sorry, but then on they yearly like get the fuck out of here, nigga. Nah,
Bro, so from a money perspective, I don't know, dog. I don't know.
you know I got. Hold on, I'm about to show you.
Do your thing, brother.
Hey, dude,
You know I
I
got.
said I'm coming. Get out the kitchen. I'm gonna
My
get
little,
it.
my little crybaby on that. There we go. Hold on. How you share your screen? Oh yeah. This man. You can see my chart.
Somebody's screen just got hacked.
Y'all can see my chart.
Oh,
Not yet.
Not yet.
Okay, hold on. There.
We looking at a Zoom screen, cuz.
What you looking at now?
Chart.
SPY monthly. Are you looking at
Yeah,
SPY?
yeah.
All right.
Damn, we're at the top of the range. Oh no, we're not. I'm tripping. 7
So, Mike, you here?
Yeah. My computer
If
had hacked. My bad. Go ahead.
if we if this candle don't turn green,
Hmm.
you don't feel like we gonna bleed out back down to 480? Because this
We're gonna
they
trade.
don't
I
leave.
think we're gonna trade back into that gap first.
Which one?
If we leave this candle, let's just say, for instance, that the month closed today, and this is the setup that we have.
You
I
gotta go
think,
way back here.
I think we're gonna trade back into that gap. We're gonna tap that gap first before we. Now we tap that gap first. It starts selling again. You can see some 440s come out.
I right. Or maybe 511. I just think doing shit like this is what's getting us fucked up anyway. Leaving these wicks. Y'all see
No
how
full
tight
candles.
it is? Like
Yeah.
now do that was a 20% pullback, right?
Yep.
That was a 20% pullback correction. So Why would we put ourselves through having to do another 20% when we could just keep this
Keep it right
as
here.
the 20% versus this 480 sending us even higher? And now we just got this, like you call it, low hanging fruit. You get what I'm saying? When we could just stay down there, consolidate, you know what I'm saying, and get some nice cows to go up. But the part that got me also is when you look at it on your yearly, that bitch say go. I didn't did all that. It ain't no whatever. You get what I'm saying? It ain't that bad. It's been at 480, 480, 480, 480 this year, 480
So
this year.
who get the most respect?
The year.
Hmm.
But look at this is what happened after COVID. You just got big. The market been moving crazy ever since COVID. Just buying and buying and buying and buying. Even this a big ass candle for the year. So I'm just torn right now. I guess I gotta wait on the monthly. But the yearly definitely see we good. We checked all we wanted to check off. We straight. I just don't like that they got that wick on that monthly looking like that. You should have closed the month down there, then started like taking off. Had a few weeks of consolidating that 480, and then like took off. That would have cleaned everything up. Now we just got candles jumping everywhere. Them bitches gonna jump them all. You see what I'm saying? To where you're getting those volume imbalance, those market imbalance that he's saying we need to get candles next to. But,
Boy, them boys be paying attention on them Zooms, boy.
this this my thoughts. Then like on the weekly, like you said right here, putting the candle up there. That'll be a reversal candle too. We could get something printing higher than this one, and they close up here, like you see. So all matching up. All right, I'm good. Y'all got something else y'all want to look at?
Okay, do y'all mind going back to the video one more time? I just got one little question I need to ask.
Okay.
I was trying to put something in my notes.
What's your question?
I see y'all was charting on the weekly chart, saying that if it closed above 132 on the weekly, that means it's gone to the upside. I just wanted y'all to look at that one more time.
What number you said?
132. I'm
Oh,
looking at it the wrong way.
nah, you good. If it make it up here, it's definitely gonna run. What that was? What you was calling out, Mike? The inversion of this gap. That's the only place I
Because it
saw.
was two gaps that what I'm talking about was a top gap. I think it was on a weekly chart.
Yeah, this a gap. This the top of it. This 130
132 at the top of it.
is 133.
Okay, all right, 133. So a weekly closure above 133, will it still be, a good time to get in there? Or it's like you didn't miss that clear already. You ain't already in.
Uh, depending on the price, how long you trying to get it for.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? How far out you trying to get it?
Right.
All those things play a part in when it's happening. So to me, being in it now versus there, obviously, is the contract enough for you to make money versus what you're trying to, like what you could possibly lose, risk the reward. So if I gotta pay 800-900 for it, and it's just a weekly contract, I'm probably not gonna take that shit. To be honest.
No, right, good like that.
And it's gonna be up there. But I think he was saying if we could just get a weekly closure above this 114, 115, now you're trying to get in there. Then you had your 3 weeks, it continued down. So what you'll probably see happen is you would get in, let's say it closes in this gap, close at like 123. Then you could go get your call because now you're inside that gap. Probably gonna fill that gap once it closes inside it because it went 3 weeks and then sold off. So it continued down already. So next time it come up here, it'll just close inside the gap. When it does close inside the gap on the weekly, 123, then you probably could say, all right, I'll go get the what this is, 153. And then what you're gonna be looking to see is consolidation or inverting this gap at the 133. You're still in a good spot. But I would go for that high once it closes above 123. Because you're gonna get a contract.
You'll get a better premium.
Yeah. And that'll invert this order block. So you have some support here. And then if it breaks down again, you just get out your contract. That's the other part.
Right.
So I think 123, 124 might be the number that you're looking for a closure.
That's on a weekly time frame.
Weekly. Yeah. And we calling all this out. I said we might need another week to kind of see what we're doing because I feel like him doing what he did, we're gonna have another little jump. So you'll wake up in the mornings at 124, 125, and now you're waiting on the whole week to play out. Or you sitting on your hands, or you didn't jump in there early and they don't even close up there.
Right.
So just be patient, but be active too. That's all I got.
You want to do the futures too, right quick?
You want to go to futures? Yours loaded up?
Yeah, it's already on the screen.
I think once you do it, just put shell on it. It's just gonna throw it right back to you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we could do it like that next time. And you just request it.
All right.
Is
So
it up? Can y'all see it?
Y'all see my screen?
Yeah.
All right. This is the weekly chart for the NASDAQ. So this yellow box right here is a daily volume imbalance. Let me go to the daily. We had this gap that we traded into. That's when Trump said we want to pause the tariffs and all that, and the market just reversed and traded higher. I'm expecting some kind of continuation to the upside. So from a weekly perspective, we also have this volume imbalance right here on the weekly up here. Then you're probably gonna have another full body candle next to it. But the ultimate telltale on the NASDAQ is this, bro. This gap right here. So that's a lot of trading to get up there to like
Oh,
what,
Mike,
20,
y'all still can see Mike chart?
I can.
Why, bro? What you doing a magic trick over there?
Oh, I'm trying to make sure I'm only looking at my chart. I'm looking for yours. All right, there you go. I had to stop mine. Go ahead, go ahead.
All right. So um just expecting a form of continuation. Now remember, if y'all remember a few weeks back, right? That we were saying that the market was coming to get this. Any low that's outside by himself, the market gonna come take it out. Now, when you take out a low or lows like we did, and by this being a low for such a long time, and we kept trading away from it, and then we came to it and took it out, and then we reversed. See, when you don't displace beyond this low, meaning if you don't, let's just say create a gap beyond this low to the downside, then the market is highly likely that the market is going to probably consolidate this area and reverse. And that's what kind of like what we did outside of the news coming out that was Wednesday. Then the news came out Wednesday about the tariffs pausing. So just keep that in mind, bro. Like when we sweep a low, that's been a low for a long time, or even a high that's been a high for a long time, if we don't continue in that direction and displace beyond it, and when I say displace, I mean like a large candle, a large body candle beyond it, a large body candle and closure beyond it, it's highly likely that the market is going to reverse. And that's what we're doing right now. So initially, when we sweep external liquidity like we did, we're going to take the external liquidity internal. And the only internal liquidity that we have is this gap up here. Now, this looks like a lot of movement on the NASDAQ. It looks like a lot of movement, but on the futures chart, this may be like 2 or 3 days of aggressive trading to the upside. But then on SPY and on the triple Qs, it might be like 20 points, 20, 30 points here and there. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to look the same on SPY and the triple Qs. But by this being the futures market does move a little faster and it's more aggressive than SPY and SPX and NDX and all those. But with that being said, the rules are the rules, bro. So we swept. Now keep in mind, we swept this low, these two, this one. We took all that liquidity, right? And we even traded into a gap. So that's a lot of liquidity that we have to distribute to the upside. Right. So just keep that in mind. So I know we had some news that came out about the stocks and stuff that Ben had spoke about earlier, but just looking at it from a technical standpoint, like, just gazing at the charts, I'm just price target is going into the week. This would be my first price target. That high, that'll be my first price target. And then continue up. These equal highs up here, and then of course your weekly gap up here. That'll be my price target. And then we take that out, and then you could look for the other numbers that we talked about. Like, so even those 380 calls and on Tesla and all the stuff that we previously talked about on the other stocks, the futures market, in my opinion, is aligned with what we already talked about. And I could go down to smaller time frames too on like even a 4 hour, right? So you got a 4 hour gap right here. This red box is a 4 hour gap. This is displacement gap. Now I'm about to make it even spookier for you. This is a displacement gap, right? So I'm just gonna put the fib on it. See how we traded to the 50% mark of this gap? Now we wick beneath it, but look at where the candles are closing at. Up here. The first candle wick past it, closed back up here. So we're respecting. See, that's why I be predicated so much on the 50% mark of a gap. But So we close back above the displacement gap with this candle. This green candle right here, close back above it. And very nice candle, use it as support. Y'all see that?
Hmm.
So that's why, and I could even show it to you on the 1 hour. Same rules apply on the one. 50% of the displacement gap on the 1 hour. You got all these wicks past it, no closure beneath it. So the wicks are doing the damage, but the bodies are telling you the story. The bodies are telling you the story. The wicks are damage, wicking you out of your trade, but the bodies are telling you the story.
We'll
50%,
do that. We'll do that.
50%, right? So then you got a closure back above it, back above the displacement gap. Support now. We're using it as support. All right. So this is why, from a technical standpoint, this is why I'm under the impression that we're gonna have a continuation to the upside going into the week. But still look for your weekly closures. Still look for your weekly numbers on SPY, Tesla, NVIDIA. Look for those weekly numbers before you enter your trade. Because it could run starting the week and then kind of pull back to end the week, and then right before the market closed on Friday, it could run again and then close above your number. And then, now you know exactly, okay, close above my number. Now I'm looking to get into these trades. Like, what I'm saying? I'm looking to buy or sell, whatever perspective that you have on the market from what we talked about this.
So that's
But
gonna be if we gap up, right?
Mhm.
So we open in mid-air, which I'm thinking what we're gonna be probably at the top, huh, Mike? The what 19.4 or some shit like that?
19.4.
Yeah.
Up here
I'm
somewhere?
thinking no, I'm thinking we're gonna be higher than that, like your R1.
You think so?
With that news, that was all tech stocks. Phones, computers, and what else?
Chips?
And chips. That's all NQ. I think that bitch gonna be up there.
It might be.
And then that leaves that open area. So how Mike said, you're probably gonna get a little run, and then you'll see it starting to sell off to make those candles connect. So it'll be like a green red candle, if that makes sense. It's gonna be green because it's way up there, but it'll look like a red candle. I don't know if you could show them one of them, Mike, to where it opens high and then it sells off.
Uh, I gotta find one. I don't know the last time that happened. Look at this. I'll have to go fishing for that.
Yeah, but that's what it'll be. That's what it'll be. Yeah, I'm thinking we're gonna be at like 19. We probably gonna be up there though. R1 minimum. If we not, I think we'll run to R1, then sell off. People taking profit and shit like that.
Yeah. So yeah, bro. Yeah. So just you know, just be mindful of your numbers, your closures that you're looking for. Then when you get your closures, if we don't get them, I mean, if we get them by Friday, the weekly closures by Friday, we're gonna probably talk about it again Sunday on the next Zoom. And man, and then once those numbers come up the next trading week, don't be afraid to execute your trade, man. Take your trade, take your trade with the amount of risk that's tolerant for you. Take your trade and send us a screenshots of you up 7,000% and all that good stuff. This is probably gonna happen, you know. So I'm just waiting for the market to take this external liquidity internal. And that's just how I'm trading it. So all the trades that it's highly likely that this week, all the trades that I'm taking on the futures market is going to be to the upside. I'm going to be looking for setups to the upside because I'm just following the market order flow. I'm not trying to go against what the market is doing. I'm just trying to get in with y'all so I can ride the wave with y'all to the upside. Price target, and I'm looking for price targets to be taken out, swing highs to be taken out, intermediate high, 205. Like, so even this high right here will be my first price target on the weekly. And
I
once,
got 2704.
wow,
2704.
20, okay, 704 up
704.
here.
Yeah.
That's be my first price target. And then, of course, I'm looking to see what happens when we trade back into this gap, right? So we might trade straight through that gap, close above it, and keep going to the upside. Hey,
What a year. What a fucking year.
but we'll see. We'll see. But just be mindful. Like I said earlier, when you get your closers on your stocks, whether it's Nvidia, Tesla, whatever stock that we looked at that you want to trade, execute it, bro. Execute it, man. And that's it. Like, that's it. So that's all I got, man. This was also a 4-hour breaker too that we respected. That was inside the gap. Got to read your keys, baby. That's all you got to do is read your keys, right?
Apple.
Inside the gap. And if you want to do the gap rule, like Winston be talking about, 1, 2, 3, this is the third candle. 1, 2, this is the third candle right here after the gap. It did not feel it. It traded into it, still didn't feel it. All right. Now we close back above it. Expect some action to the upside.
That's gonna be a gap bounce right there, boy.
Expect some action to the upside. And this high being the first high being taken out right here. Boom. Take that out. First take these two out, and then take this one out from a 4-hour perspective. So I'm looking for trades to the upside. And this look primed and ready right here. I'm gonna draw. Matter of fact, I'm glad we had this
You can hear me?
I'm ready for the week now. Yeah, I can hear you.
What mall at? Where my boy Mall at? He left already?
Nah, I'm here.
220 Apple.
Okay.
$220 Apple calls. Oh man, it's the 1 minute short. Let me get off the 1 minute short, man. I don't want y'all to see how crazy it get over here. But yeah, bro. That's it, man. Anything else y'all want to go over before we get off, man? So y'all can enjoy the rest of y'all day. Maybe go to a French Quarter Fest.
Hey, real quick. If we hit that number, that's a lot of bread.
Which one?
220.
Yeah.
You can find a
Should've
decent
been in there.
contract. Yeah.
Can you pull Apple up on, put it on the chart right quick?
Hold on, bro.
Y'all
You heard
bringing
me?
up stuff.
You heard me,
Ain't
Mike?
showing nothing.
What's that?
And making demands, bro.
Yeah,
We
bro.
demand something, and we still gotta show up.
Hey,
All
dog,
right.
let me say
Now,
say
hold on,
something, dog. Because
hold on. Don't say
I
nothing
do
because
have a speech, dog.
our people in
Y'all
there.
not gonna
Mute
treat
him.
us like we just started, listening to y'all music or something, cuz when y'all niggas was in the basement of your mom's
Somebody
house,
gotta remind you, huh? All
you
right.
heard me?
All
On the
right.
cassette tape,
I knew
we
you
was
when you used to
knocking y'all
pour on
shit, you
yourself,
heard
huh?
me?
That's what we doing. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, bro. Treating me Mike Marlon Nell like that, man. We original members, nigga. I used to be the one rolling out the extension cord. Going
Okay.
back on mute, man.
Kanye is my favorite artist, bro.
Hold on. Mike, they also the people. Let them back in, bro. Give them a chance. Let them in.
That was Nell, bro. That was
Oh,
Nell.
yeah.
Dog, y'all gonna stop treating Lou like he wasn't the first engineer,
Who
too,
said
bro.
that?
I'm gone, bro. Back on mute.
Hey, bro, I'm gonna let you break down. I want to let you break down this Apple, dog.
Hold on. Am I sharing? Sharing
Yeah,
this
you-
Sharing, brother. Sharing is king.
I feel like Ben he been wanting to see that, bro. I don't
I
know.
feel like Ben trying to bully us, bro.
That sound personal, bro.
Yeah.
Nah, bro. It was all fun and games until y'all left us in here for 5 minutes this morning. You heard me? Ain't said nothing. You heard me? I'm speaking up now. You ain't gotta tell them, nigga. I'm
Nigga
gonna say it
sweating
for you,
like Keith
cuz.
Hill, you hear me?
I'm gonna tell them now. You know, Nell, the real leader of the group. You heard me? I'm gonna say something now. You ain't got to speak up, cuz.
We'll practice. We won't show up to the game now. You hear me?
That's
We probably
crazy.
gonna be at 220, bro. If I'm being perfectly honest. But just going off uh us coming down here, pulling this liquidity, taking back off, and now we got a gap up here. 217. So I'm 220, bro. We're already gonna be high at open. I, I, I'm more than sure we'll be above this 206 area. 220 will be what I'm looking at. Should be halfway there.
And
Again,
this a weekly?
yeah,
Okay.
Yeah,
yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
Like I said, we gonna be somewhere up here. That news. He said phones, bruh. He said he is talking only to Apple. No tariff on phones. That don't even make sense. You heard me? That's Apple. When they say no tariff on shoes, he talking to Nike. He ain't talking to other people. He talking to Nike alone. You heard me? So him saying that, these dudes gonna cut up. They already put.
Also, my bad. I just want to add, bro. Like Mike said, um, this our second term trading with Trump. You got to listen to them key words, bro. He always throwing some bait out there. Like always, he always throwing some bait out there. And before you know it, the market is going whichever way off that bait. You feel what I'm saying? Locking on them buzzwords that he's saying and that he's talking about, dog, because you can kind of get ahead of the game within doing so. Even if you throw out a fucking tweet, throw out a tweet, say some shit in the news,
I'm gonna follow.
uh, just kind of keep your ear to the shit, man.
He a dirty little dog.
That shit, when you said that shit on Wednesday and literally announced tariffs, maybe about an hour later, he was like, yeah, that was a little buzzword. That's just one of the many things that he will do over these next 4 years, for sure.
A buzzword, you talking about the statement he made when he said it's a great time to buy?
Yes,
That
definitely.
wasn't no fucking buzzword. That nigga snitched.
For sure went with his move.
Yeah, he a dirty dog.
Say, Ma, I started following that boy on Twitter after that. I want
Yeah,
to send
yeah,
them a request.
yeah, bro.
Donald Trump.
Nigga said he's in my times top 8, bruh.
That's right. Don't talk about my president. This nigga trying to make niggas rich. We just got to open your eyes and your ears.
Don't hate.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, I like that 220. We'll see it though. We're gonna talk about it again. That's why I kind of just called them all. Call them all. That's all I gotta do. Y'all good? Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for y'all time. Here you go, honey.
Yeah.
I'll put this up quickly and promptly. We gotta record it the right way.
As always, I appreciate y'all, man. See what we could do going into this new week here.
All right.
All right, bro. Y'all be good, man. Have a blessed day.
Stay black.